It started like any other day, mundane and predictable, until it wasn't. I was going about my usual errands, lost in the monotony of daily life, when everything changed in an instant. It wasn't a gradual realization or something I could prepare for. It hit like a thunderbolt, a sudden, overwhelming wave of pain that gripped my chest and spread through my body. My heart was racing, my vision blurred, and breathing became an impossible task. Panic rose as my body betrayed me, and then, nothing. I woke up in a place that was both familiar and alien. The chaos of the ambulance and the frenzied attempts to save me were distant echoes, like the fading notes of a forgotten melody. I could see it all, but I wasn't part of it. My body lay motionless, surrounded by paramedics frantically working to revive me, yet I was suspended above it, weightless and detached. It was strange to feel so calm, so unafraid. The fear and pain I had moments ago seemed trivial now. As I hovered there, watching the scene below, a light began to glow in the distance. It wasn't just light, it was alive, pulsating with warmth and an indescribable sense of peace. It pulled me gently, like a silent invitation, and I couldn't resist. The light grew brighter as I moved toward it, and soon I found myself in a tunnel. Time and space as I knew them ceased to exist. Memories of my life began to play out around me, not like a movie reel, but as if I was reliving each moment. I felt the love of my family, the laughter of my friends, and the quiet solitude of the times I thought no one noticed. But I also felt the pain I had caused others, the sharp sting of words I had spoken in anger, the weight of opportunities one had missed. It was humbling, but there was no judgment, only understanding. It was as if the universe was showing me not to punish but to teach. At the end of the tunnel, the light gave way to an infinite expanse of radiant warmth. I stood, or rather existed, in a space that defied description. There was no ground beneath my feet, no walls or boundaries, just an overwhelming presence that filled every part of me with love. I wasn't alone. Figures began to emerge from the light, their forms shimmering and ethereal. They weren't human, yet they felt deeply familiar, as though I had known them across countless lifetimes. One stepped forward, radiating a love so profound it brought tears to my soul. "Be not afraid," the being said. The voice wasn't spoken aloud but resonated within me, bypassing language and reaching straight to my core. "You are safe, you are loved, and you are home." I realized then that I wasn't just standing before a guide or an angel. I was in the presence of something divine. Whether it was God, the universe, or something beyond my comprehension, it didn't matter. What mattered was the unconditional love that emanated from this being, filling every corner of my existence with light. "What is this place?" I asked, though no words passed my lips. "This is the space between," the being answered, "the realm where souls come to remember their true nature. You have lived as though you were separate, but in truth, you are part of an infinite whole. You are not a body or a name. You are light, love, and energy." I wanted to stay there forever. The weight of my earthly existence seemed so trivial compared to the profound peace of this place. But the being wasn't finished with me yet. As I stood bathed in light, it began to show me glimpses of the world I had left behind. Not just the physical world, but the threads of connection that tied me to it. I saw my family mourning, their faces etched with grief. I saw moments of joy I had yet to experience, milestones I had yet to reach. I saw people whose lives I was meant to touch in ways I couldn't yet understand. "You have a choice," the being said. "You can stay here, where love and peace are eternal, or you can return to fulfill the purpose you were born to achieve." The decision felt impossible. How could I leave this place, this love? But as I looked at the faces of those I loved, I knew the answer. There was still work to do. There were lessons to learn, love to give, and a life to live. I want to go back, I said, though the thought of leaving felt like tearing a piece of my soul away. The being smiled, a smile that carried the weight of infinite wisdom. Then return with this knowledge. You are never alone. Love is your essence and your guide. Share it freely, for it is the only truth that matters. With that, the light began to fade, and I felt myself being pulled back into my body. The warmth and peace were replaced by cold, sharp pain. My eyes fluttered open to see the faces of the paramedics, their expressions a mix of relief and disbelief. I was alive. The days that followed were a blur of hospital stays and recovery, but I was not the same. How could I be? I had seen the other side, felt its love, and returned with a purpose. The world seemed brighter, every moment more precious. The petty worries and trivial struggles of life no longer held the same weight. I knew now that we are all connected, all part of the same infinite light. Every breath I take is a gift, a reminder of the second chance I was given. And every interaction is an opportunity to share the love that I felt in that radiant place. I don't know what awaits me when my time on earth truly comes to an end, but I am no longer afraid. For I have seen the light, and I carry its warmth within me always.